In the wake of the Palestinians' recent success at the UN, Israel has stepped up measures which threaten the possible formation of a united Palestine. And as the Jewish state continues building barriers and thousands of settler homes in the occupied territories, it's not just land that's divided, but families too. RT's Paul Islier reports.
This is the Erez Crossing, one of 5 land crossings between Israel and Gaza. Getting through here is tough. You need the right permission and papers. But this crossing does not just separate Israel from Gaza. It also divides families who are trapped on either side of the border. These are the tears of a boy who hasn't seen his father in 3 years. Mohammed Al-Kajaran left Gaza in search of a better life for his family. But what he found on the other side of the border was loneliness and despair. And what he left behind, distress and fear.
I miss my father a lot and I want to see him. I'm afraid a lot. My father must come back here or we must go and live with him. But he can't come and we can't go.
All they have now to remind them of him are photographs and the occasional phone call.
I can't live like this anymore. I'm sick. I'm having a nervous breakdown. This happens when a man is very sad and when he has a lot of pressure on his soul and heart.
This family is just one of thousands torn apart by Israel's separation policy that makes it almost impossible to move between the West Bank and Gaza. It was only after Mohammed had moved that he found out his family could not follow. Because while he and one of his children have West Bank identity papers, his wife and 4 other children don't, for reasons unknown to them.
It was a big surprise for me. They told me there is a possibility of changing it, so I sent the papers. Up until now they have the file, but they refuse to give permission for them to come. I can't give up on my kids, but I also want to give them a future.
Israel says the West Bank is a closed military zone and it has the right to prevent people from entering it, even those from Gaza. But Palestinians have extensive family ties in both areas, and the policy affects just about everyone.
There are a number of policies that explicitly say that family separation is not a justification for being allowed to enter the West Bank. So even if there's no security claim against an individual, even if there's no question that that mother is separated from her child, that's not enough to justify travel.
International law protects freedom of movement, and Israel itself has recognized Gaza and the West Bank as a single territorial unit. But that's not enough to guarantee something people in the rest of the world take for granted: a couple from different cities wanting to get married, or a father looking for work.
The children miss him so much. They hold his pictures and cry. When they speak with him on the phone, they say, "Dad, it's enough, come back." And he says, "I can't, I want to bring you all to the West Bank." We want to go and live with him. It will be safer for the children and they'll have a better life.
It's a choice no father should have to make: to be separated from his family so he can provide for them, or join them and together face a bleak future. Paul Islier, RT, Israel, Gaza.
Meanwhile, in Gaza, hundreds of thousands have rallied celebrating the anniversary of the Fatah movement. This was the first such event allowed by Hamas since 2007, which saw them oust their rival from the Strip. It follows a major recent Hamas celebration in the West Bank as the two movements continue their efforts at reconciliation and their fight for Palestinian statehood. And political analyst Elias Zenaniri says it's about time that the two groups put their differences aside.
Hamas will have to look to Fatah in the eye, and Fatah will have to look into Hamas into the eye, and both sides have to agree on only one thing. We don't need more reconciliation talks. We don't need more reconciliation agreements, because there were so many agreements signed between the two parties, but none of them has been honored or implemented. Well, Hamas cannot take over Palestine. The concerns of Netanyahu are baseless and groundless. He's the only Israeli leader who is being giving support to Hamas, and not only to Hamas, but to every extremist group on the Palestinian side, simply because he's dumping the Palestinian moderates, he's dumping the leadership of President Abbas, he's dumping the political negotiations with the Palestinians, and he's carrying on his own agenda of increasing the number of Jewish settlements in the West Bank, even though they are illegal under international law. He carries on his policies that disrupt every chance of reaching a two-state solution between the Palestinians and the Israelis. if the Israeli withdrawal from Gaza was based on an agreement with the Palestinian Authority, we would have seen a totally different Middle East today.